Hey everybody, Radaman here. Thanks for tuning in to Oxygen Not Included. So last episode, I mentioned the desire to mostly just focus on the new power station. And that is exactly what I intend to do. So here we are. We are going to turn this whole area into one brilliant power station room thingy mabobber. Yep, that's what I'm calling it. Trademarked me. Let's see here. I want to spill this over here. Basically, I'm interested in... really a lot of this can be reclaimed. It's a matter of, essentially, how much territory do I actually think I need versus how much I'm willing to work for it, right? Because, of course, you could hypothetically turn the entire dang map into one giant, base or whatever. But there's not a lot of value added in doing that. So instead, I just want enough room so that I can comfortably store tanks and reservoirs and all that good stuff. And not really have to worry about running out of space, etc., etc. So we did have a little chunk of ice, liquefiable, sitting here because it was falsely pulled into the auto sweeper, and I never really fixed that, so I have to mop up after it now. We have got 50 cycles of eruptions, which is great. And another thing I'm going to do is, while I'm working on that new power room, I'd like to continue grabbing fossils and the like. Making sure that we have enough lime to feed our steel addiction. If you're wondering if 9 tons of steel is a lot, it really isn't. If I'm being honest, it really, really isn't. So, yeah, we're going to continue doing that. And I am going to prepare... Let's see, I'm going to get basically... everything I can out of here. Alright, looking good. Hopefully I get a new duplicate. That'd be really great too. Alright, speaking of which. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, nope. I guess Balm Lily Seed. You're what I desire most. I may have to power up the incubators a little bit more than what I've been doing currently. It really depends on population drop. For now, I think I'm okay, but I will have to keep an eye on that, making sure that I'm replenishing my ranch in a sort of timely way. Okay, lot of natural gas. Another thing that I'm going to have is if I am going to be using the natural gas generators produce carbon dioxide and polluted water. So I will also need to set up this power station, probably multiple micro power stations, one for each element. Just to fine-tune the needs of those elements, because a hydrogen generator is pretty easy, right? You just plop one down, that's about it. Obviously, steam generation requires a lot of specific build. Coal's also pretty easy, but once you get into stuff like natural gas, it gets a little bit messier. Same with petroleum. Petroleum is the same deal. Natural gas, why I say it's messier, is it spews out carbon dioxide and it leaks polluted water while it works, right? So that's obviously something that you're going to want to factor in while building it, unless you want polluted water spilling everywhere inside of your ranch, or inside of your power station. Ranch? Why am I talking about a ranch? So there was some comments about the muckroot, what to do with the muckroot. Personally, I think it's very, very good to just have a big box of muckroot as backup, in case. And you're wondering in case of what? In case of like a unexpected food shortage or spoilage or something like that. Muckroot never really spoils, so, you know, you can keep it for dark times when you're going to starve otherwise. I'd rather eat muckroot than starve is, I guess, what I'm saying. So here we go. We are just reducing this puddle down to only what's necessary to keep it contained while filtering the water. Obviously, my water supply is going to go up, up, up. And right now, as you can see, my pressure vents are closed. But one of the things I'm sort of curious about is, yeah, I don't actually want to outgas oxygen. So I'm not gonna bother with that. There is some polluted stuff around here, but once this bubble's gone, it will rise. And once it rises, I will deodorize it. This actually would have been a decent scenario to use a sweepy. I always forget where the Mr. Sweepies are. What are they? Stations? Because I almost know are utilities. Yeah, sweepy dock. A sweepy dock is basically like a Roomba, but it only really works if you have a very, very flat surface. I could have built like a floor here, put the sweepy dock, and had the sweepy dock sweep this up. In fact, I will demo the sweepy dock just to demo it. Now, the other issue with this is, no, I'm actually not going to do it. And one of the reasons why sweepy docks aren't great at dealing with contaminants. So let's say, ooh, critter starvation. Don't really care. Let's say I was mining down here where it wasn't slime and wasn't, you know, sort of polluted in a way. The sweepy dock would be a great way to clean it all up or whatever. But because we do have, you know, slime blowing and all the slime tiles, we can't just immediately auto-sweep that into storages. It would, I mean, I guess I could filter for the slime, but then it would get everything slimed. It'd be kind of annoying. I'd basically have to leave the slime on the ground unless I wanted to contaminate my entire transport system. Which, surprise, surprise, I don't really want to do. So, I won't be. It does look like my storages are just about full, and all of this additional, you know, let's call it what it is, basically strip mining, is really not going to make storing this stuff any better, I don't think. But, you know, that's just the way it is. There are, of course, the exploit of using a chute. So essentially, now that I have auto sweepers, I can very, very easily explain the exploit. Much the way that a chute can just drop things on the ground, what you do is you have an auto sweeper sweep up everything in your storage bins and just drop it into one giant stack. It's actually really remarkably easy to do. And I mentioned it feels like an exploit because a lot about this game is about dealing with, you know, your resources that you get, right? And if you can just have infinite storage, that just seems like, I don't know. I might consider it given how much I did just strip mine, but even then, I think it's fine to just roll with it and deal with adding an incrementally increasing amount of storage, because a part of me is a masochist, and I sort of enjoy the logistics of that. Okay, so I guess we didn't put the liquefiables in this storage bin in time, and that's what happened. Let's see. Nice. So it is slightly warming, I won't lie. This high temperature natural gas is slightly warming its surrounding areas. And yeah, I'm really not going to be fixing that. I mean, the only way to fix that would be Wheezeworts, but fertilizing that would be a nightmare because it's really, really, really far from the base. Or alternatively, like anti-entropy nullifiers or something, but that's a lot of work to save a cold biome that I don't care about, so won't be doing any of that. Yeah, won't be doing any of that. So I have plenty of oil down here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to flip this on briefly to top up my oil tanks. And then sweep these. Just make sure that I have everything set. Yeah, everything goes straight into the reservoir. Perfect. That's pretty much how I wanted it. Another thing I could do, because it's going to be increasingly annoying to have this damage overheated because of the security door. The security door that I in no way care about and isn't owned by me. So I'm going to fix that. And while I'm fixing that, I will try to hit as much of the diamond as I can. Right? You know? If I'm fixing a stupid problem, I might as well be paid for it. Alright, there we go. Something like that. And then down here would be... Alright, I guess I'll make the ladder out of igneous, because that's what's going to be available. This will, of course, spill some oil in here, but I can always pump it out of there if I need to. And then... these are AND gates for a NOT gate. So I just need to find the right combo here. I don't need to keep pausing the game. I don't even need to look at the wires. There's not enough. Yeah, there we go. There's not enough combinations to matter. And this gives me access to this silly little room. It does have me thinking, wow, this is pretty far, pretty close to the magma, if you ask me. It does make me want to do some further exploration, right? Because I haven't really fully explored the map. What is it? Alt. There's a... I could Google for it. I keep forgetting. There's a hotkey to, like, sort of zoom out all the way. Let's see about our progress here. So it looks like most of what we're doing here is just, like, some sweeping. I will dig all that. It's Alt-S. Okay. So, yeah, if we take a look here, there is pretty big swaths. This is sort of the edge of the map, right? So there's pretty big swaths here that I've not searched. And a little bit here, too, because I believe this is the edge of the map. And then the gravitas, I didn't really go into. Yeah, I haven't really gone into there either. So if it was to do some exploration, I guess the first spot would be roughly here, to then go this way. I mean, obviously digging through abyssalite is kind of a pain, but we'll manage. Just see what's over there. A little bit of exploration. Hey! Digging, farming, operating, but you can't build. Oh, man. And all you do is build. Ugh. You hurt my soul. Alright, let's just print up some rust. It's okay. I'll get over it. Just a deep breath. I'm really hoping for a good dupe. How did water get here? Damn. It's like space water. But NASA would love to find some space water. Alright, so as pointed out in YouTube comments, I forget by whom, sorry, I don't have a critter drop-off point here, so we'll put one in. And I am planning on destroying the security door. How hot is it down here? Oh, really? You're overheating at 180 Fahrenheit or 80 Celsius? You're just a wimpy door. That's all you are. I'm kidding. I would overheat at those temperatures too. Hey, did I ever figure out what this geyser volcano is? Let's see. Full steam vent. Oh, nice. Nice. Well, that could be useful. Cool steam vents would, much like this one, would be a great renewable source of water. Speaking of this one, there was a desire to use this water for my electrolyzer. Of course, this is pretty hot water, but the water that goes through electrolyzer doesn't really matter, right? So I'm going to start working on capturing this. What I'm doing here is walling it up so that when I remove this slime, the water doesn't spill out, right? It's going to be really, really important for me to carefully manage that. Now, if we are going to be using this puddle water, probably initially I'd want to just put a liquid, okay, that wasn't a pump, but a liquid pump down here and pump it straight to the electrolyzers. It would make my, yeah, it might dramatically change temperatures of stuff, but yeah, that's a bridge I'll cross when I get there. I am not at current concerned. So I guess this is another project that I've been putting off for a long time. I'm going to have to stop taking liquid in, because I left this filtering for... Oh, it's already purified. And out we go. We are going to get... I'm going to have to disable this for a bit. We're going to get a lot of extra water, as I think you can see. Alright, and now, over here, we can build a liquid pump. Sorry, Paku. It's nothing personal. Actually, it is. I just want to kill you. So it is entirely personal, and forgive me for saying otherwise. Okay, that was the messiest set of pipes I have ever put down. Apparently, I cannot draw straight lines today. I apologize. Let me focus real good here. Ta-da! I could do it. Alright, I think... Oh, gross. Alright, so... I'm going to put a little platform here to put a transformer, because I don't want to run heavy watt wire all the way out here. I mean, obviously, we don't waste material. We would get it back, but that's just a lot of gold to tie up, or whatever material I make it out of, right? It's a lot of material to tie up. And the easier solution would be to put a power transformer. And I'm not actually going to plug in this power transformer until the other puddle is done. Oh, God. Did I just make it all heavy watt? Well, come on, Rad. What you doing, man? I was pretty certain I didn't, but apparently I did. At least I caught it before I started to install it. So I'm not going to plug in this power transformer. It's not going to go anywhere. And then, actually, I'm going to break this pipe here so that the directionality of this is not ruined. I don't want liquid to go the wrong way. There we go. We'll get that built. And that also means maybe sweeping up everything that was in there. And achievement earned. Oh, what achievement is this? Oh, a year in cycles. Hey, there we are. That's pretty cool. All right, taking a look at germs. There is a bit of airborne slime lung over here. That's, I think, mostly because this is just one giant cloud of poisonous crap. Excuse my language, but yep, that's basically what this is. So, easily fixed. by deodorizers, which will slowly, passively, over time, kill off the slime lung. But I'm also going to go for the very easy to set up nuclear option of a Buddy Bud. Oh, Buddy Bud, where are you? Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of slime. How close am I to... Oh, boy. I have essentially no overhead for these. What I could do, I think, is build them like here. I don't know about the submerging. I guess we'll have to tell. I can always break it down. This is not something I tested beforehand. Well, I gotta say, the steam turbine, I've been plenty happy with that project. Making power by making steel sounds, it's just awesome. Let's call it what it is. It's awesome. Do some light sweeping here. We are going to have our plumbing... Actually, we have a little bit of overhead, surprisingly. I was going to say we're going to have our plumbing back up, but this reservoir can still hold a little bit more water. Although our water supply is dangerously full. Now, there was another... yeah, let's just fix that, right? I could easily just add more water to this. And it wouldn't even really be that difficult, right? So this is going to be my initial higher... Well, let's do all the tasks. Higher priority. And the benefit of this, of course, is that we could store a ton more water. Or actually many tons more water, if I'm being honest. And I think I'm good without these ruse warts. I mean, these ruse warts, I can't say they've been all that effective, so I'm just going to nix them. Looking good, guys. You put them on a high priority task inside the base where they don't have to wear suits. Oh boy. Speaking of suits, how is... Where am I? How are you coming along? You were just... Bryce, you just keep running. It looks like you have another skill point. You do. Exosuit wearing. Awesome. Wait, just keep running. Don't stop. Oh, actually, you know what I'll do? Let me give you a proper hat. I'll go through all of these guys. Treforza, you are our Wonder Rancher. But you already have the... Oh, no, you didn't have the Critter Ranching hat on. Copious Free Time, you are also a Wonder Rancher. Magenta Fairy, you are our Super Cook. Griller. Grilling 2. Muhammad, you should be rewarded with Super Hard Digging. Angelia, let's do Super Hard Construction. Or, top tier construction, not super hard. Dennis, Keith, you are more about advanced medical care than anything else. That's what makes you more unique. Well, actually, the Masterworks and the medical care, you use Masterworks more than you use medical care. So there is one who has many. Mechatronics engineering. You're the only mech engineer. And sine curve, of course, it's going to be astronomy. You are our astronomer. Okay, so that's new hats for everybody. I haven't done that in a while, so that feels rewarding. I like how sine curve is building with his mind. No, you're not. You're just standing there wiggling around. Nice. I do that too sometimes. Alright, and then, once this is all swept up, one of our lucky dupes gets to break down this airflow tile and ladders as well. I'm just going to make sure there's no plumbing or wires in it, which I don't think I see. Cool. Alright, so let's get this high priority swept. And down here could just be low priority swept. Alright, so we're still waiting on lime. Lime is, of course... you know what I could do for lime? No, that would be a lot of rails. I was going to say I could auto sweep. I could put a box here to put the fossils and auto sweep it up, but it would be a long rail run. And no thanks. That's just too much rail. Okay, before I have a sewer backup, let's get that filtered. Now my kcal should be dropping. All of that pickle meal, the 85k of pickle meal, is sitting right here at pretty stale. Well, some of it's fresh, but intentionally spoiling that. This is almost set to go. And that's going to add a lot more water overhead. There is an issue, however. Like, if you wanted to play it really, really, really safe, you would have 2 reservoirs, just in case one got polluted. You can still use the other. Right now, I'm just... I'm honestly just planning on combining them. No. Oh, God. So sad. I just can't win. I don't like these dupes. I look at them, and then I don't like them. Alright, so here we go, buddy bud. Now, one of the unique advantages of me outgassing, which I honestly hadn't planned, but pushing out oxygen into this area, and I think someone mentioned this in YouTube comments again. Sorry, I didn't write down who you were. Is the pressure is too high for stuff to outgas, right? Normally, like slime emits polluted oxygen, but as you can see here, it is emitting 0 grams. It's because it's too high pressure. I've pressurized this so that, yeah, this slime here will not even outgas, which is just kind of awesome. An accidental side effect that is terrific. Alright, we are set to go. First, I'm going to destroy the airflow tiles and the bottom of the ladder, and the ladders are going to be hoisted up. And then up here, we're going to get cold doing this, but I'm going to replace that. Well, actually, let's replace it with sandstone, because we've used sandstone everywhere else. And there we are. And here it goes. The Great Flood. And again, I fully acknowledge that it would have been better to have created 2 separate ones for, like, security or whatever, then combine them. But, throwing caution to the wind here. Alright, you're going to be hypothermic and very sad, but, you know, that's just the way it is. Alright, let's sweep up the remainder of that stuff. And now, we have an Olympic swimming pool. Alright, is our Buddy Bud... Okay, let's get Buddy Bud put in. Because I use a lot of gold, anytime there is gold to dig out, I'm going to snipe it specifically. So there's the Buddy Bud, and that Buddy Bud should quell the airborne slime lung. Okay, nice. That is a lot of water there. That is a lot of water. And now I can continue converting polluted water puddles without worry that I'll run out of space or something. Another thing I might be able to do with all this polluted water, if you were curious, is I do have some arbor seeds. I could, you know, in comments, if you wanted to see me plant some arbor trees. The advantage of arbor trees is that if we go to power here, you could burn lumber right into power, or yes, which produces carbon dioxide and heat. Not that you want excess heat. It's actually one of the reasons why I never really bothered to go that route. Is that you know, it's not all that helpful. But on the other hand, yeah, it would be a way to convert. It'd be a sort of an inefficient way to convert polluted water into power, I guess, is one way to think about it. It's a weird way to think about it, but it is technically true that if you plant arbor trees, the arbor trees use polluted water to turn into lumber, which you can turn into power or ethanol or something like that. All right. Please, 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 don't be... Please work. So what I'm concerned about here is these storage bins being submerged and losing the properties of chlorine here. Gas. So I did actually end up getting all that oxygen out. Cool. Just wanted to make sure. Okay, so my Drecos and Glossies are looking a little bit sad. I might need to put these on a cycle timer instead. Let's go do that so we can hatch a few more eggs. Although, on the other hand, no, I'm not going to. The issue with that would be all of these incubators here, when they would draw from this line here, would max this line out, and it would mess up my water filtration. So these incubators would really have to be moved significantly. Ideally, they would be near a main line so that I could power them up more easily, which and not you know, need to ruin the power supply of something. So here we go. I am going to move them yet again. I know. This is my third spot for them. I think what I'll do is just keep them on permanently and just have two of them. That's going to be faster. But of course, these wiring is really, really ugly. So let me reverse this. Where we put the plate here to hide the heavy watt wire. Because the heavy watt wire is ugly, but only for so much distance, right? Once you get physically far enough away from it, you aren't bothered by it anymore. And voila. Okay. And then what I could do to offset the ugliness is I could, like, gold block it up. I have $3.99. Oh, that's funny. What I could do over here is gold amalgam to gold. Make some gold doesn't make a lot of heat, which is one of the issues. It's why I don't. If you're gonna make a metal refinery, to produce power, definitely be making steel, because the other materials don't make that much heat, which means you're not going to be making that much steel. And gold is one of those materials that just doesn't make a ton of heat. All right, let's get this back on. Now, I really, really don't have to worry about overflowing this thing. This is a lot of extra overhead. Hello, space. I could see you back there. Alright, furniture. Metal block. Gold. We'll really bring out the big guns and make this pretty around here. As far as temperatures go, my Weezeworts have been doing a wonderful job. These reservoirs are no longer nightmarish. But we have polluted water flooding everywhere for everything. Where is this? I'm not sure where this polluted water came from. There was sure a lot of it. As it's significantly puddled up to the point where... Honestly, this fire ladder is kind of pointless. It's significantly puddled up to the point where I can't even mop it. Well, I'm going to have to put it maybe over here. I wish I caught that a little sooner. But I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have a puddle contingency of... So down here, I'm going to have to make this liquid pump out of steel. I don't have to, but I think it's wise, given the temperatures that we're facing. And there's plenty of room for some liquid over here. Just going to basically swamp this cold biome. I didn't care. I didn't. Well, I'm glad the catch basin was there. Because had it not been, that would have been a much, much different scenario here. Of having to deal with oil and polluted water mixing in. But I'm still not entirely certain where it came from. I'm looking sort of up the line. No, I really don't know. Alright, the critter starvation is getting annoying. But we have a ton of sweet loot grain that is about to spoil. 243 of it. Alright. I would say probably because I haven't actually been making my own plastic. The most important thing for us to do is to get glossies. I don't actually care too much about the regular Drecos as long as they don't go extinct. And I go have to, like, find some more. Alright. No more. No more. We're good. 1,000 gold. And as you can see, the steam generator, no surprise, is off. Because, you know, it's actually not that efficient. Alright, let's go ahead and finish this project at least. So that I feel like I've done something. But what is the decor here? Okay, yep. It's basically max decor. Actually, it might even be overkill to have 2 statues. Wow. Okay, wow. That was rough. The roughness was the fact that all of those dupes were solo skills. I really wouldn't consider solo skill, like single skill dupes, worth printing unless it's something you dramatically need. Like if it was ranching or something, and all you needed the dupe to do is ranching, then yeah, okay, I get it. But, you know, there's, for instance, one of the important things is your digger should be able to build and your builder should be able to dig. And if they can't, you might run into a scenario where they get themselves stuck, right? Because if they can't do the other skill, they can dig themselves into a pit and then not be able to build themselves out of it. That is a bad time. And then a lot of the times when you're building, you could just build by replacing tiles like this. So if your builder can't dig, they have to wait for a digger to run over there, dig it, and then, you know. And so it's a bit of a pain. So there are some skills that are very, that you want to combine. Okay, here we go. Emptying out that puddle. And up here, I'm going to dig this out, let this flow out and drop. And not have to mop it. Oh, speaking of mopping, let's go ahead and sweep this up. It's a high priority. And now we have tapped into the geyser. This is, of course, I think what I'm going to do is 3 planter boxes just to deal with the initial superheat, because this will superheat everything. And I don't even know off the top of my head if 3 is enough, but that will just have to do for now. And then let's build ladders across. And we are going to want a... This water doesn't get too hot, so I don't need to put steel here. That's a bit overkill. I'll just put gold amalgam. And as a reminder, the idea here is to use this water for electrolyzers. As, you know, it'd be pretty efficient. It's also right next to our electrolyzer setup. Alright, so let's put this as a 7. Now this outcast is at, about a little bit above boiling. So it's something that we're going to have to watch. Oh, Bryce, you're the only one that can go through this door. So, Dennis Keith, why don't you have your hat on? Mohammed, I believe you have the skills. Yeah, I took your hat off? Whoopsie. Mohammed, you're, no, you're a digger. Well, it doesn't really matter. Alright, let's do one whose many can get in there instead. I just want someone to build the cabling so that we can get some... Actually, you know what? I'm going to get some regular directly. Okay, so we have some rock piles here. I'll have to keep an eye on the temperature. If it becomes too much of an unmanageable problem, I could always use insulated tile and sort of wall it back up. And actually, that's one of the things I was planning on doing, is double walling this like this. But I needed to put this initial wall, and then eventually this will turn into a wall too. I'm going to really isolate the temperature, the heat there. So this got all pumped out. I can just leave this on for security. Of course, anything that lands in this basin will get pumped indiscriminately, but that's fine. Better safe than sorry. Oh, is this igneous? Yeah. That doesn't need to be igneous. Let's do granite again. Right. We're almost out of this puddle. As you can see, the level has dropped enormously. Our eggs are very, very happily incubating. And they've been, at least the top one has been lullabied, which is going to get it hatched quicker. That means that everything over here... Let me take a look at the... Yep, everything over here... I'm going to just indiscriminately break down. Yep. Sorry, eggs. Bryce's machinery and athletics should be going up. 7 and 8 alike. Pretty good. I'm going to leave you on there just a little bit longer. But that is all the time I have for this episode. I know it feels like we didn't do much. Just sort of more progress on mining out an area. It takes a long time to terraform space, in my opinion. It's fine. I mean, obviously it would go a little bit faster had I had another duplicant. I agree with that, but you know, didn't find one worth printing. And then we also identified a new geyser that we might be able to utilize for water sometime in the future, which was here. If you have any tips, tricks, feedback for me, do drop me a line in the comments below. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll catch you all next episode. Farewell.